Grace and peace to you, dear members of Zion Lutheran and the Lewistown community. This is my first ever live Facebook video, so bear with me as I bumble along here. I've just returned home from our monthly council meeting, and at that time we have made some important decisions for the life of our congregation. We have decided to cancel worship for the next 2 weeks at least, following the schedule so far of our Montana public schools that are closed for the next 2 weeks. That being said, there will be some worship options. We will still hold live worship here on Facebook, and these videos will also be posted to YouTube. And we will be holding those at the regular times. So at 6:15 on Wednesday evening, you will find me here helping you lead or engage in an evening prayer service of some sort. And on Sunday morning at 9:30, we will be here gathered again for worship as best we can. So ahead of that time, I will send out something that you can have prepared ready for you if you'd like to follow along with gospel readings and things like that. You might want to prepare a space for your worship time, a candle or some other cross, some other pieces of things that would help you worship better. So be thinking about that in your household and how you'd like to worship together during this strange time that we're in. In addition, our Zion Lutheran building will be closed to the public for the next 2 weeks and possibly beyond. We have heard from medical sources that the virus lasts on surfaces for a minimum of 3 days, but sometimes up to 5 days. So the longer our building is closed, then the easier it will be for our cleaning staff to just not have to worry about every surface. The virus will die out eventually, and then we won't be continually having to sanitize everything. So if you have a key to the building, please do not use it thinking, well, I have a key and I can come in. Please don't come into the building. We will be changing the code on that one door that has a code. So if you know the code, you will no longer know the code. And after this closure is lifted, then you can contact the church office for that information. Obviously, that means that our children's programs in the building are also suspended for the time being. And I'll be doing my best to send out some resources for things that you can do at home. This is a strange time, and it can be a very fearful time. Our council members shared very openly tonight about their worries, about their fears, not only for themselves, but for people who are most vulnerable in our community. And so I invite you to stay connected to one another as best you can. Call one another on the phone. Yes, emails and text messages are nice, but I received some phone calls today from people who were caring for me, and I appreciated hearing their voices. So let's reach out to one another, especially neighbors that you think might be isolated and are missing out social interaction. I've heard the suggestion that we should write letters or send cards to those who are in nursing homes who those facilities are locked down. I think that's a fabulous idea. The caution that I would have for you is that you would use some sort of sanitary sponge or a wet paper towel to seal your envelopes. So that was another suggestion I heard today. So we can reach out to one another in some maybe creative ways these days. So I ask for your patience as I learn this new technology. I ask for your prayers, especially for one another and for our church community. And you will be receiving a letter in the mail this week with all of these details written out. But do help share this information with others so that we can get the word out about these alterations to our lives. I pray that you would keep all of our people in your prayers, me as well, and that we would continue to trust that God is present. God is with us through this weird and strange and fearful time, and that we have promises of life, that new life can come from this, and I trust that. So God bless you, God be with you, and do contact me or the church office if you have any concerns. Peace.
I hate to say this.
What?
It didn't come live on mine.
I got a whole bunch of people that did.